Hello ladies, welcome back to the channel. So inside of this video, I'm going to be talking about the number one way to shift from cheap energy and how you are subconsciously cheapening your energy and shifting to rich energy. So if you want to learn how to exude rich, sensual, expensive energy, then you're going to want to go ahead and stick around for this video. So the women who are really embodying this energy that we're going to be talking about today, that queen energy, that dark feminine sensual queen energy, the women who truly embody this energy understand this one principle. If you want to go from cheap energy where you're not really getting what it is that you really truly desire in this next season of your life, and you're not really understanding why, you might be, doing your manifestation, you are deep into your prayer, you are doing all the things that you can do. But I want to make this subtle energetic shift that if you can shift this and if you can step into this, I can guarantee you that everything it is that you desire in this next season of your life is going to start coming in a much easier way. And that one shift is own your expensiveness. Now, this is a part of a much bigger training inside of our signature Dark Feminine and Sensuality program, Dark Femme Queen, which we're currently undergoing. We're in our third week, but these are one of the principles that we really truly focus in on and master on is when you are ready to start calling in higher levels of abundance in your life, higher levels of money, business, clientele, relationships, friendships. When you are saying yes to a higher standard of life and of living, you have to start owning your expensiveness. And this one thing is a huge reason why a lot of women are not getting what it is that they're truly desiring in this next season of their lives. We have been conditioned to believe that if you don't ask for anything, if you make yourself as convenient as possible, if you make it easy for others to be around you and to operate with you, then that is what will get you ultimate love. That is what will buy you into heaven, whatever the case may be. And a huge word that a lot of people throw around that I feel as though holds so many women back is the word humility. And I think a lot of people have lost the plot around what humility actually means. A lot of women have been sold that humility means that you put yourself last, you put everybody else before yourself, you sacrifice everything for the betterment of others. And I want to ask you, I want you to simply start reflecting on what this behavior has led you towards, what this behavior has gotten you. We can always take a look at the results in our lives and just simply take an assessment of, well, what is working and what's not working. The true essence of what humility means is having reverence for God, really truly being in that space where you respect God and almost fear God and have this unwavering love for God. So how can you start seeing that, oh my gosh, I have been playing martyr. I have been subconsciously stuffing down my own needs, stuffing down my own desires, stuffing down my expensiveness and trying to be as convenient as possible, as little as possible, because that's what I've been taught will get me into heaven. That's what will, whatever the case may be. And what I want you to remember is that you get to be an amazing person, you get to be an amazing human being, and still look out for yourself and still make sure that you are creating the kind of life that it is that you desire. And so, what do we mean when we say own your expensiveness? Because this is far from an egoic energy or an egoic perspective. The feminine energy is the more luxurious energy out of the two. It's the more expensive energy out of the two. And that is because it requires time, it requires nurturing, it requires delicacy. And so, what I mean by owning your expensiveness is starting to really own that the feminine is not really meant to be convenient. When you are truly living in your feminine and really embodying your feminine and creating a space for that, that isn't always the most convenient thing. For example, it is not always the most convenient to work with your cycle. It is not always the most convenient to move slower and have a slower lifestyle. It's not the most convenient to society that says that, come on, let's go. We got things to do. Let's go, let's go, let's go. You can accomplish this, get this done tomorrow. It's not convenient in that sense. It's not convenient to say, hey, I've got to cancel these plans because I've actually changed my mind. I actually just want to be in my little cocoon in my cave, and I actually just want to kind of journal for tonight instead of going to this high energy concert or whatever that we planned. That isn't convenient. It isn't convenient to rely on your partner and ask your partner to provide for you, even though you can do it yourself. That isn't convenient. That takes a lot more courage. That takes a lot more vulnerability. That takes a lot more conversation. That takes a lot more openness and depth in the relationship. It is not convenient to take a pause on something and have a conversation about how you're not feeling 100% sure about something, even though on paper everything is checking off the boxes, but something within you is signaling that something is off. That isn't convenient. It isn't convenient to operate your business in a cyclical way, in a way that honors your winter seasons, honors your death seasons, in a society and in a space that tells you that you must always be going, you must always be consistent. And yet, it is the woman who truly honors these aspects and lives in these aspects unapologetically, wholeheartedly, open-heartedly, that actually allows you to receive in everything it is that you have been asking for and desiring. It isn't convenient to tell your boyfriend, hey, I'm not gonna move in with you until I have a ring, until there are certain things in place for me to feel fully relaxed and safe and secure in this relationship. What would be convenient is to override what it is that you truly deeply desire that's coming from your heart and to just bulldoze over it to make yourself convenient, to make it easier for everyone. And so what I'm asking you to do is to practice utilizing your voice in those moments where it's not convenient for you or the other person. And this isn't to say to start going around and I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that and da 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 da. When you have truly become a sensual, feminine woman at that queen stage, that queen level, there's an element of practicality, there's an element of groundedness. We're not going around operating in this egoic, it's all about me energy. You are operating from a higher standpoint of when my foundational needs are met, the ways in which I am able to serve in a bigger way, the way in which I'm able to pour into others on a much grander scale is infinite. I want you to remember that as the feminine, you are life-giving. You are life-giving. And so you have to start making room for your feminine. Start making room for when she's screaming at you, no, 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 that's not it. This isn't the right way. This is not it. As much as it might be convenient for your ego, being able to listen to her, no. And this is what's gonna take you, truly take you from cheapening your energy to rich, sensual woman energy. We're gonna be diving into this and so much more inside of my signature 4-week sensual communication program. It's called Sensual Conversations. I'm so excited about this. So if you wanna learn how to really start communicating this expensiveness in a way that is easy to receive, is not coming from this egoic place. It's all about me. You better do this for me, or whatever the case may be. If you really truly want to communicate your expensiveness from a sensual, feminine, queen woman space, then you definitely need to be inside of this program. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave the links down below for that inside of the description box. Go ahead and let me know down in the comments, what is one way you are going to start owning your expensiveness in your life for the next 30 days. Other than that, don't forget to go ahead and like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.